Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host, Saeed. I do want to thank you for joining us tonight, Tuesday the 14th of December 2021. And the days are closing down to Christmas 2021. So viewers, for the month of December, Real Talk Financing and Investment Company is giving you 2.75% at our South office. They are located at 132 Sipero Road, Victoria Village in San Fernando. That's close to where Mazda have their yard, their van sales yard. So don't miss out on the opportunity to get 2.75% on a fixed deposit with Real Talk group of companies. You know, I was talking about the individual yesterday. You know, it's a Syrian individual who came and invested in Real Talk group of companies. A Syrian. So when you tell yourself, Saeed, nobody coming by you, you only for the Trinidadians, let me tell you something. A Syrian came yesterday and invested in Real Talk Financing and Investment Company. So when you tell yourself it's only for the locals, no, you could be international too. Like I said, Real Talk Financing and Investment Company very soon will be up the Caribbean. Remember, we are licensed to lend money. It's a licensed company, you know, licensed money lending company. So remember, viewers, straight up. So remember, viewers, in our South office, their phone numbers are 242-7690 or 339-1670. Straight up, little. So viewers, that is our South office number. Feel free to contact them from 8:30 a.m. till 4 p.m. Monday to Friday. There's a courteous staff down there waiting to talk to you, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah, I was shocked yesterday when the individual called me. Said, Saeed, I want to make an investment, but we need to sit down and talk. I said, no problem. When I went to his place and I saw a Syrian, I said, you so-and-so? He said, yeah. I said, okay. I said, not a problem. So I did thank him for investing in Real Talk Financing and Investment Company. So we're not just touching Trinidad and Tobago citizens, but the Syrian community also. And those of you from Tobago who came down to Trinidad to invest, I do want to thank you heartily. To my friend in Dubai who is locked on, I just want to say thank you for your contribution. I collected today, even though it is weeks since you have sent it. I got the time today to collect it. And Mrs. Singh, I don't want to call out the whole name, but Mrs. Singh, you contacted me from Tobago. Today I collected it. I just want to say thank you for your contribution. And you know, viewers, all this contribution, it's just going back. It's just going back to buy groceries to give the people who need for Christmas, you know. This week we're going to do another 50. Next week is the Christmas week, we're going to do another 50. So that will be the 150. Even though it costed more than 150,000. But, you know, giving it something I like. And we are in the month of Christmas. You know, they say Christmas is a giving time. You know, but nevertheless, we're going to start off our show tonight. You know, I have a new director, and I want to big him up tonight. I just call him Giles, you know, but really his name is Giles. But then for short, hey Giles, you know what I mean? But nevertheless, drop a little pity and let the public see, you know, and you do it for Real Talk. I'm a shy guy. So viewers, in the coming days, the director will organize a pity of him So you will see, and thus far he have been doing a wonderful job on the controls. I must say that. You know, I do give jacket where the jacket is supposed to be. You know, they say give jackets jacket. I do that. So we're starting off tonight. PSA President Watson Duke has tendered his resignation from the Public Service Association, PSA, effective December 31st, 2021. Duke offered his resignation via a letter to the PSA executive on Monday and went on to his list, his achievements with the PSA. So in the coming days, we're going to probably hear of some of the things he achieved for the PSA. Now, Duke stated that he placed in excess of $5 billion in workers' pocket based on salary increase, allowance, and commence the job evaluation for over 1,500 different categories of jobs, which is now approximately 25% complete. So this is some of the contribution that Watson Duke made towards the PSA. He further noted that as such, upon acceptance with effect from the 31st of December 2021, he will be completely committing himself to creating a political solution to fixing these problems for the citizens of our country. Now, it's nice to hear sweet words, anybody would say, in power. But the thing is, it is left to see the task that you will perform as an individual on your portfolio. Nevertheless, I always say, I am not for a party, but I will support any individual who is sitting or holding a portfolio to do good for his country. And once you are in a position and you're collecting taxpayers' money, perform your task. Otherwise, eyesight will put you on the spot like I have been doing over the years. Moving on from that, former interim Chief Secretary of the Tobago House of Assembly, THA, Ansel Dennis, has now lost the Buku Mount Pleasant seat by 4 votes and not 2. In a statement, Dennis said, over the past 2 days, he has been subjected to slander and ridicule because he called for the recount. No. The recount is you to choose whether you want the recount or not. So you are well within your rights to do so, Mr. Dennis. Don't study what the public say. The public can say anything. You have a right to execute your rights. And you did that. I am pleased with that. Now, Dennis said the final count took place from 3 p.m. on December 7 to 1 a.m. on December 8. This refusal, Dennis said, as a contravention of the rules which requires the returning officer to recount or to count all ballots. So my friend, you were well within your rights to call for a recount. You have demonstrated your rights, but nevertheless, at the end of the day, the vote says it all. So viewers, feel free to call in 2386716 is our phone line to call in here on Tuesday night. Tune it up. So we are going for a short commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to get into the real Tune It Up Tuesday after the break. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host, Saieed Ali, consultant and real estate businessman.
Can't watch Real Talk on TV? Have no fear. You can also watch Real Talk on the go live on YouTube and Facebook at Real Talk with Saieed Ali on YouTube.com and TT Real Talk on Facebook.com. Don't forget to like us and share us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the notification bell.
Are you looking for the right investment? Are you looking for a greater return on your hard-earned cash? Look no further. Contact Real Talk Group of Companies located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. At Real Talk Investment, you can earn up to 3.5% interest on your 3-year investment. Don't miss out on this amazing offer. Do contact us now on 339-1670, 238-6716 for further information. Our helpful team is ready to assist. Real Talk Investment. Real people matter to us. This ad was paid for by Real Talk Group of Companies Limited.
Are you looking for quick cash and do not know where to turn? We have got the answer for you. Visit us at Real Talk Group of Companies. We are a licensed money lending financial institution. We are located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. Our phone numbers are 339-1670, 267-7325 or 238-6716. Contact us today. We look forward to hearing from you.
Welcome back to Real Talk viewers. Remember, call your friends, call your family, tell them Real Talk with Saieed Ali is going live on Synergy Network. We are also on Facebook, Real Talk with Saieed Ali on Facebook. So like and share as we go live. And those of you who haven't subscribed to YouTube as yet, TT Real Talk, subscribe and you will know when we go live. So we're starting off tonight. The defeat of the PNM, the People's National Movement, at the Tobago House of Assembly THA election was not entirely surprising for PNM political leader and Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley. The PM stated that he was disappointed and would have preferred if the PNM had won, but was not surprised that they lost. Listen to this.
I'm disappointed, I must say. I would not be honest if I told you I wasn't disappointed. I'm disappointed. But if you want me to take it personally, well, then I take it personal. I would have preferred if we had won. But we did the best we could and we didn't get the result we wanted. Maybe the best was not good enough. So I was not surprised that we lost, but I was a little surprised at the extent of the defeat.
Now, according to him, the very fact that the PNM had won the THA election 5 times also served as a disadvantage. So 5 consecutive won for the PNM. Now, Dr. Rowley mentioned that a large number of young persons voted against the PNM, and according to him, the PNM would have been in office for most of their lives, and they may not be something else to compare to. Now, the PM also believed that the PNM needed more politicians in Tobago. He stated that if you are a politician, you will be more concerned about the political effect of your existence rather than being an office holder who might be taken for granted.
If you are in fact a politician, you would be more concerned about the political effect of your existence. If you're an office holder, well, then you might then take for granted that you are influencing people when you're not.
So viewers, a politician supposed to represent their party, their constituency, and the people in their constituency. Now that is why you offer up yourself as a politician, a political person who is asking the community to support me to become the individual who will help the community and the constituency. Somebody who will help fix the road, the drains, the bridges in your community. Someone who will go down to the elderly and ask, What's wrong? Are you okay? What is bothering you? What do you need in the community to make sure there's activities in the community? But are we actually seeing politicians doing that in their community? No, we are not. When callers call in, it's like, Saeed, we haven't seen our councillor, we haven't seen our MP. What are they doing for us? Absolutely nothing. They are in position in the parliament as a minister where they could go on to the finance minister to ask the finance minister to release funding for a particular minister that holds a portfolio to get the job done in their community. But are we seeing that for decades? For decades, road and bridges and drainage, the surrounding community have been down the drain. Caller, good night. Hello? You stick, you get the click. It's sad, you know. But I'm going to tell you something. When individuals get elected, they no longer drive a B12. They don't want the B12 anymore. I am a minister. I need a BMW, I need a Range Rover, I need a Jaguar, I need a Benz, because this vehicle would represent me being a minister. But you want to know something? You're passing on the same dirty pothole road that you claim to be a minister in your community, and you can't get it fixed. You just can't. You erect an office in your community, meet me on a Tuesday or a Wednesday or a Thursday, and tell me what is your concern. But the thing is, you have been a member of that constituency for all your life. All your life you have been a member of that constituency, a person who knows about the community. But yet when you reach an office, you erect an office in your community as the PM's office, or you erect an office as a minister office. Come to my office on a Tuesday or a Wednesday or a Thursday and tell me your concern. But the thing is, all your life you know what the hell going on. All your life you know what the hell is going on. But come to me and tell me the road bad and the bridge you are fixing and down the road that the grass walk. You already hell know that. In some office you go, you will fill out a document, a form, and you will leave it on a shelf with your secretary, as if you don't know what the hell is going on with the community. But 5 years would pass, and you would do absolutely nothing. And every Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday is the same set of people going and filling out the same set of form and resting out on the same bloody shelf for 5 years, and nothing is being done. Absolutely nothing. But according to the Prime Minister, if you are a politician, you will be more concerned about the political effects of your existence rather than being an office holder who might be taken for granted. But you always taken yourself for granted because you know the community war pothole fixing for 5 years and you ain't fix the bloody pothole. You ain't fix it. Even the Prime Minister, his own constituency member, they refuse to say he from the area. Thing gets so bad now about who he. No, we don't know about he anymore. Caller, good night.
I'm going to decide. Good night, good night.
Go right ahead.
Good topic, very good topic, because we need to realize that our country need to go forward.
Correct.
And we need the right people No. We cannot try anybody anymore.
No, it's not about trying. They need the job done now.
You had hit the nail on the head. So I think the victory in Tobago for what's Duke is a big up to Kamla than to Rowley.
Tobago cry out for change, you know, and they got the opportunity and they hit the hammer direct on the nail head. We need that change.
I think the COP, Congress for the People, should revive themselves. Because we see what happened in 2007 when Buchanan formed an alternate party. What happened? Not vote to win, but he just didn't win a seat. So we need to realize that change has got to come. And it's not about you from Tobago, why from San Diego, Andy. It's about we are from Trinidad and Tobago.
Correct. We need that change.
That's right. Let us work to build our nation. Because we don't do it, who will?
Correct.
That's right.
Correct.
We can't expect China to build our nation for we are. This is a misconception we have.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you, my friend. I understand what you're saying. Now, Trimegonians, I want to listen this carefully. Yeah? Listen this carefully. Tobago set an example for Trinidad. Our Prime Minister is from Tobago. And the Tobagonians needed a change. And what did they do? They voted out somebody from their own country. Don't matter what he promised them, they didn't buy it. They wanted a change. And they stood up for a change. A change. So it leaves now to the Trinidadian now to stand up and make a change. The Prime Minister's residence is in Tobago. The Prime Minister is a resident of Tobago. And his own people did not want him in power governing Tobago. They didn't want him govern PHA affairs. PHA would cover Tobago and they did not want him there. They voted him out. So they stood up. They took the stand. Later on, they might have to pay the cake for it, but they took a stand. What stand are we taking? Ask yourself that. So we are going for a short commercial break, but nevertheless, when we come back, there's lots more in store for you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host, Saieed Ali. Consultant and investor businessman.
Can't watch Real Talk on TV? Have no fear. You can also watch Real Talk on the go live on YouTube and Facebook at Real Talk with Saieed Ali on YouTube.com and TT Real Talk on Facebook.com. Don't forget to like us and share us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the notification bell.
Are you looking for the right investment? Are you looking for a greater return on your hard-earned cash? Look no further. Contact Real Talk Group of Companies located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. At Real Talk Investment, you can earn up to 3.5% interest on your 3-year investment. Don't miss out on this amazing offer. Do contact us now on 339-1670, 238-6716 for further information. Our helpful team is ready to assist. Real Talk Investment. Real people matter to us. This ad was paid for by Real Talk Group of Companies Limited.
Are you looking for quick cash and do not know where to turn? We have got the answer for you. Visit us at Real Talk Group of Companies. We are a licensed money lending financial institution. We are located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. Our phone numbers are 339-1670, 267-7325 or 238-6716. Contact us today. We look forward to hearing from you.
Welcome, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 31 32 33 34 35 36 37 38 39 40 41 42 43 44 45 46 47 48 49 50 51 52 53 54 55 56 57 58 59 60 61 62 63 64 65 66 67 68 69 70 71 72 73 74 75 76 77 78 79 80 81 82 83 84 85 86 87 88 89 90 91 92 93 94 95 96 97 98 99 100 101 102 103 104 105 106 107 108 109 110 111 112 113 114 115 116 117 118 119 120 121 122 123 124 125 126 127 128 129 130 131 132 133 134 135 136 137 138 139 140 141 142 143 144 145 146 147 148 149 150 151 152 153 154 155 156 157 1 So, caller, good night.
Hello?
Yes, go right ahead. You're live on Real Talk with Saieed Ali.
You know what nice about Tobago? Rowley, I just believe Rowley related to all them Tobagonians. Because all Tobagonians related to in-law, outlaw, Indo, right through. All of them related to each other. And if they can pick Rowley out of it, who is Rowley here in Trinidad?
Correct.
So, leave it and see. What, Trinidadians are stupid.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you, my friend. Like I said, the views of the people are the views of the people. One case of the infectious Omicron variant is now present in Trinidad and Tobago after being detected in a Trinidadian woman who traveled from New York to Panama and then to Trinidad, knowing fully well she was COVID-19 positive. If charged and found guilty, the woman, who is a medical officer with knowledge of the situation, said was asymptomatic and sick like a dog in New York, faced a fine of $350,000 and 6 months imprisonment upon summary conviction. Now, Copa Airline may also be liable for this critical slip-up, as all airline was supposed to check that passengers have supporting documents to enter the destination country. Now, Panama does not require a negative PCR test for entry. The woman is fully vaccinated. I want to let you understand this. She is fully vaccinated. But also has COVID-19. Terry, are you listening? For travel to TNT, Copa Airline website states a COVID-19 negative PCR test is required for entry. It also states this is required to board the aircraft to Trinidad. The woman provided a negative antigen test to Copa in Panama, but this is not what is required to enter TNT.
Madam Speaker, that is currently being investigated, and between the Immigration Department and the Civil Aviation Authority, they will make the identification and do the necessary investigations. At this point in time, I do not know.
So viewers, that was that. So now, this is where the Minister of Health steps in. But he doesn't know which aircraft the individual came on. He didn't know. Was the Ministry of Health informed? You see, when a case happened like this, they came in and they detect her. The airline or Piaco International Airport officials would contact the Ministry of Health for advice on how to deal with it. Because a statement would have gone something like this. To the Ministry of Health, they would be like, hello, we have a passenger who is positive here. we would like to get some clearance from the ministry in dealing with the matter. The person name is so and so, and they came on airline so and so. But the minister went in parliament and didn't know nothing. Nothing, absolutely nothing. You are the minister. If aviation call you, the person just after the minister would know exactly who the individual is, where she came from, and if she's negative or positive, and which plane they come on. Let me tell you something. You see, Terry, you cannot tell me about intelligence. I have an intelligence team. Real Talk Security and Intelligence Unit. That is my team. That is why when anybody called me and asked me about something, I could tell them it. You know why? Because I have teams in place for information. But sadly, Terry, you as a Minister of Health don't know how to get your information. But you have to go to Parliament to let down the whole of Trinidad and Tobago. Sadly, it is so sad. But you know, if the UNC did do that, what would have happened? It would have been bacchanal in the Parliament. You see, I go tell you something. The UNC, the opposition, they need to step up their games and see now that, yes, we didn't win the election, but we're going to contest everything the PNM bring forward. That is the job of the opposition. But apparently, I am doing it on television. Attempts to contact Copa Airline yesterday was unsuccessful, as it is PBX system was congested and proved difficulty in getting to speak to a representative. We tried. I fasted, I trying. My team tried. We tried to contact them. But you know, when you have a PBX system and a dial number, if you know your party's extension, please enter the number now. We didn't get a response. My team did it because we wanted to bring the news to you, to show Terrence, if we could get it, how the hell you didn't get it? And you, the Minister of Health, let me tell you something. As long as in a ministry portfolio, I will hold you accountable. Because I'm a normal businessman who have a security and intelligence unit, and I just know what's taking place in Trinidad. So Terry, you cannot tell me you don't know the airline. So how come yesterday Health Minister Terence Singh could not state which airline was liable when he was questioned in the House of Representatives? This is a rerun.
Madam Speaker, that is currently being investigated, and between the Immigration Department and the Civil Aviation Authority, they will make the identification and do the necessary investigations. At this point in time, I do not know the name of the airline.
Member for Oldpuch East.
Mr. Minister of Health, are you saying that 5 days have elapsed and you cannot get the identity of an airline from a boarding pass of a passenger that you have identified after 5 days? Is that what you are saying to this country?
Oldpuch East, you have 15 seconds to ask a question.
Here it is, One case of the infectious Omicron variant is now present in Trinidad and Tobago after being detected in a Trinidadian woman who traveled from Panama, from New York to Panama, then to Trinidad and Tobago. Terry, Copa Airline may also be liable for this critical slip-up, as the airline was supposed to check that passenger have supporting documents to enter the designated destination. So Terry, if Saieed could get the information after it happened, and I am not a minister, Terry, you being a minister, didn't have that info? Or did you have the info and refuse to let it out in the public domain? Which one? Come back to me. Terry, how do you call that? Did you willfully, I'm asking you a question, Terry, did you willfully held it back? Huh? Did you? Drop that pick one more time. Try it up. Terry, look what Saieed got. Come back to me. Terry, are you there? Boy, I will label you so much, eh? Because you've been an incompetent health minister. Do you think Trinidad and Tobago, that our health minister have information, proper COVID-19 information about who's sick and who died and who needs the vaccine and who ain't need the vaccine and who died from the vaccine and refuse to come out and tell the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago? They have knowledge. But you know what? Take the vaccine. It is safe. Because of you saying, Terry, take the vaccine, it's safe. My Baba went and took the vaccine and today he cannot stand on his left leg, Terry. Is the vaccine safe? When I realized what was taking place with my Baba after he took the vaccine, let me tell you something, that's when I started labeling it on television. Call in and tell me if you took the vaccine and have complications. Oh, 20,000 took the vaccine and nothing happened to them because you refused to say how much of the 20,000 got ill after taking the vaccine. Do you have prior knowledge? Yes. Are you bringing it in the public domain? No. Why? It was called a panic. It will cause a panic. And then nobody won't take it. But because the proper information didn't come from the Ministry of Health and it came while people calling in our program, vaccine hesitancy started to create in Trinidad and Tobago because we did not have the proper information circulating from the ministry to the people. So what do we have now? Vaccine hesitancy. Now you want to blame the people. Oh, they acquired the vaccine. I know them I want to take vaccine. Terry, how come you didn't know what plane the woman came on? I will bring the truth, the whole truth, and nothing else but the raw truth to the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. I am not here to tell you the 6 is 9. And the 2, if you turn it upside down, you'll get a 5. No, I am not here for that. I am here to tell you 6 is 6 and 2 is 2. Terry, you may not like me, but I love you as the Minister of Health. You know why, Terry? Because I get to put you in your place. I get to put you in your place, Terry. So I have a question. What about persons on board the flight? Are you only going to quarantine 14 of them? while she was sitting from Panama to Trinidad, while the AC was circulating in the entire plane, and everybody on that plane what's that? You call that breathing. You call that breathing. That's question number 1. Why didn't the TT Travel Pass system flag the traveler? Our system. Is there now a risk to the general population? Call a good night. Hello?
What I have to say, the comment I have to make is Rowley and his cabinet is a bag of liars. The population examining them. There's a pack of, that's the reason why they lost the Tobago election. There's a pack of bag. I don't know how to explain myself. There's a set of lies from Rowley to the entire cabinet.
Thank you, my friend. Throw it up one more time, that same thing. Look what we got, Terry. But your people around you didn't bring that information to you. Look what I got. But the health minister coming out to tell them now, I don't know the plane, but Saieed know. Come on. Terry, I love you as my health minister, you know. Instead of you bring us up, you pull us down. And then when Saieed talk, you know what the people can say? Oh, Saieed, you're bashing the health minister because he is PNM. Really? Really? He didn't tell you what plane it is. He claimed he didn't know. But look what I get. And then you know what you're going to say? Saieed, you like to bash PNM. Really? I will hit them for 6. And if the umpire say add 1 more, I'll hit them for 7. Minister of Health, Saieed Ali, received his COVID-19 booster earlier today at the paddock of the Queen's Park Savannah in Port of Spain. According to a press release from the Ministry of Health, Ali was administered the Pfizer vaccine in keeping with the guidelines of the National COVID-19 Vaccination Booster Program. He previously received 2 primary doses of the AstraZeneca vaccine. After receiving the vaccine, Minister Ali urged members of the public who are fully vaccinated to get their booster vaccine at the selected vaccination site across the country in accordance with the adverse schedule. Why booster? When we take booster number 1, they will say after a couple of months, well, you know, you have to get booster number 2. And after a couple of months, you'll have to get booster number 3. And so we go on. Call a good night.
Yes, sir. Good night.
My friend, go right ahead.
Saieed, listen to the story, right? Let me just pretend for a minute, right, that the story is actually true. Right? You're telling me that currently things do not know what airline that came in with the person, right? That happened 5 days ago, according to Rudal Munila, right?
Correct.
You don't know up to now what airline they're coming in. But Trinidad had the technology to test and know it's a new variant. You know for a fact it's a new variant, but you don't know what airline the person come on. Understand what I'm saying? Understand the hide this man out to the public is there. And for Keith Rowley, I have a small message inside, nothing bad or nothing. You see this mandatory word or they're coming with all the time? Or let's be very careful or they're talking about this mandatory thing. Because this injection, it is not proven to be safe.
Correct.
Alright?
Correct.
Alright? Understand what I am saying. If it's a proven vaccine to be safe in human body, it's all well and fine. Go ahead and make it mandatory. But it is still testing.
Correct.
Right? So you do not come and talk no mandatory talk with the public because you're going to push back real hard.
Oh, believe me. Thank you, my friend. The Minister of Health, Terence Singh, had once again pleaded with members of the public to get immunized against COVID-19, as he noted that intensive care units are filling up with adults and children alike. Singh lamented that the burden of TNT healthcare system is approaching critical levels. $5 billion spent. $5 billion spent. And we are approaching critical. He added that if persons continue to make the decision not to be vaccinated, the level of care you expect may not be there.
Ladies and gentlemen, the burden being placed on the ICU capacity by the unvaccinated is reaching some critical levels. And I am appealing to the unvaccinated that the level of care you may expect coming into this Christmas period, the post-Christmas period, if people continue to make the decision not to be vaccinated, that level of ICU care that you think is waiting for you very soon may not be there. And we have been alerting the population to this months now.
So, Mr. Terry, I hope you don't mind. Because instead of saying Terrence, I would just say Terry, for short. Would you kindly come out and tell the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago how many vaccinated, fully vaccinated individuals in Trinidad and Tobago currently, listen my statement carefully, I will repeat it, to the Minister of Health, would you kindly come out and keep a press briefing with your health colleagues in the Ministry of Health and tell the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago how many fully vaccinated citizens have COVID-19 presently in Trinidad and Tobago. And stop blaming the bloody hell unvaccinated. In 2020 we had no vaccine. Absolutely none. The whole of 2020, no vaccine, Terrence, or you never blame nobody. But now, as all negotiate and vaccines start flying into Trinidad, people start taking it, you start to cause a division between the vaccinated and the unvaccinated. Well, let me tell you something. Back in 2020, you all wasn't dividing nobody. Not one single person was divided in 2020, and the country shut down in 2020, and nobody divided nobody. All of a sudden, COVID-19 vaccine start coming to Trinidad and Tobago. The president dismissed unvaccinated guards. The prime minister dismissed unvaccinated guard. But God works slow and it's sure. And the vaccinated prime minister got COVID twice and still he ain't learned. Still he ain't learned. Or I would say, still he ain't learned. Proper English, fellas. He ain't learned whether you're vaccinated or you're unvaccinated, you're getting COVID-19. But our Prime Minister, he flying so high. Oh God, I am the Prime Minister. I am the head of the Security Council in Trinidad and Tobago. And boom, shot. What did God do? You was the Prime Minister? All right. You want to cause a division with the workers? No problem. Bam, shot. You get COVID while being fully vaccinated. And we had 2 ministers fully vaccinated, and what them get? They couldn't balance for the election in THA in Tobago. Why? They got COVID-19. And you want to tell me about take the vaccine, otherwise you go dead with COVID-19. Oh God, well I take the vaccine and boom, shot 59 of them. Fully vaccinated. What you blame? Comorbidities. Watch man, I tuning up Thursday, you know. Here this, He added that persons are refusing to be transported to the hospital by ambulance, which is one of the reasons why there is a high daily average of deaths per day, mainly among the unvaccinated. Listen to this.
When the ambulance goes, they refuse to be transported in a timely manner. And it's only when they are literally at death's door that they come into our A&Es. And by that time, they are too unstable to be transported to a medical facility. And this is one of the reasons why we have this unacceptably high daily average of 21 deaths per day, mainly amongst the unvaccinated, as the figures will show.
So Terry, all those critically ill and home with COVID-19, what service them getting? I'm asking, what service are them getting? Or, we will use some proper language. With those who are home with COVID-19 and are severely ill, my dear health minister, what service are they getting? You see, I could talk proper language and I could talk like a real broken Trinidadian when I'm ready, you know. When I'm ready. As he stated that a parent unwillingness to be vaccinated is sometimes responsible for their children becoming infected.
I want to make another appeal, especially now to parents. We have seen more and more children coming into our ICUs. And the majority of these children, some have comorbidities. There's one in ICU now with comorbidities. But one of the common features is the unwillingness of their parents to be unvaccinated because they don't believe in vaccinations. So they are bringing the virus home, infecting their young children, and many children do have comorbidities. We wish we could tell you about these cases individually, but patient confidentiality prevents us from doing so. But the message is all around the world that the unvaccinated, this pandemic of the unvaccinated, is truly getting very deep roots in Trinidad and Tobago.
You see, Terrence, when you start coming up with a proper briefing and telling the citizens the proper thing, instead of bullying us to get vaccinated, and while we're vaccinated, we're getting sick, and you don't know what again to say from there, that is the only time I will stop coming on television and stop hitting you for 7. When you start bringing proper reports to the citizen, I will stop hitting you for 7. Mark my words. I will stop. But until then, I will continue telling you as it is. That is one job I ain't stopped doing. I will continue telling the population as it is. Because if you are fully aware of knowledge of what's going on with COVID-19 and the vaccine, and you're refusing to tell the public, hey, let me just tell you something. If we cross 2,500 deaths in Trinidad and Tobago, there is a $75 million payout. 75 million US. Once we cross 2,500 deaths in Trinidad and Tobago. Where's that money going? I'm going to leave that for our next night. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley have stated that Trinidad and Tobago has a reasonable case fatality ratio among its COVID-19 patients that ranks it 44th in the world. But I thought we was on top with Oxford, as our health minister said. We go on 44th now. Naparima MP Rodney Charles questioned the PM on concerns that TNT will almost similar characteristics as its CARICOM neighbors has one of the highest rates of COVID-19 deaths. In response, Rowley now, in response, scoffed that TT's fatalities would have been much worse if the government had taken the opposition advice to use sunshine to kill COVID-19. The PM states that TNT is not considered to have the highest case fatalities rate in the CARICOM and added that TT's CFR is 2.98, which placed the population as 44th in the world and 51st in deaths per capita.
Madam Speaker, if we had taken the advice of our colleague who is just reading this out and used climatic response to COVID, where sunshine was supposed to kill COVID, we certainly would have had the worst condition in the world. And Madam Speaker, we are not considered to have the highest case fatality rate in CARICOM. CFR is calculated by the total number of deaths divided by the total number of positive cases, which is the global standard. Our CFR is 2.98, with the global case fatality rate varying considerably based on the point in time it is calculated and the methodology used by different countries to ascribe cases and deaths. The range goes from 0.1 to 19.5, with our CFR of 2.98, placing us 44th in the world and 51st in deaths per capita.
Now viewers, listen to this. Charles is questioning our Prime Minister. Now here they say, he added that the government is going to fight the battle and win it like every other country. Listen to this.
Madam Speaker, these things have been varying for the last 2 years. And our colleagues are only concerned about where we are when they think we're in a bad position. When we're in a good position, they dismiss it. Right? But COVID has been varying with respect to its level of infection, spikes, and deaths. So we, Madam Speaker, this government, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, we have been there in the ups, we've been there in the downs, and Madam Speaker, we are going to fight this battle and win it like every other country.
Now I'm going to tell you something, Trinidad and Tobago and viewers of Real Talk Worldwide. If you do not have a plan, you cannot succeed. From the beginning, when this COVID-19 matter was supposed to be debated in the parliament of the do's and the don'ts and the strategies if it enters our border, it was never discussed in the parliament. It was never planned in the parliament. It was never executed with a vision. Hence the reason why we are here where we are today. No minister can come and tell me different. None of them. Without a vision, you don't have a plan. And if you don't have a plan, you're in the wilderness. I want to tell me what plan? I want to tell me about COVID-19. It was not debated from the beginning. So how are you going to end up with a plan in the end? But nevertheless, it was Tune It Up Tuesday, viewers. I do want to thank you for joining us tonight, but nevertheless, there's a rerun of this program tomorrow morning from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. and we'll be back on Wednesday night with our Public Concerns Night. Remember, viewers, remember, Realtor Financing and Investment Company is offering you 2.75% at our South office, 242-7690. Contact them and set up an appointment to create a fixed deposit system with us. We are out of time for tonight, viewers, but nevertheless, you be safe, and I'll see you back here on Wednesday night for Public Concerns. Good night.